Alright guys, so today I have some comics to review, and I guess I'll start out with Batman number 23. Okay, this one was actually pretty good. Sorry, I'll get situated here. Um, Batman number 23. It was pretty good overall. It is, of course, part of the Zero Year story arc right up there. And in this issue, this isn't much of a spoiler, of course, but we actually see Bruce becoming Batman, of course. He has a run-in with the Red Hood gang. I'll try to show a few pictures here and there, but I don't want to spoil too much, of course. Uh, but yeah, he pretty much he gets beaten down by the Red Hood gang. It's crazy. But slowly, of course, it's the comic, Batman. It's hinting towards Red Hood becoming, well, not becoming, but Red Hood being the Joker. I'm sure everybody saw that coming. But yeah. Overall, I've enjoyed Snyder's run on Batman. It's really great. As far as Zero Year goes so far, I'm enjoying it. It's better than I thought it would be overall. But of course, Greg Capullo, he does great artwork for Batman, and of course, he was great on Spawn and all of the other stuff that he did. But overall, I think that I would give this one on a 1 to 5 scale. I would give it probably a 4. Yeah, I'll say a 4 because not a whole lot happens in it. I mean, it's good, but it's nothing we haven't seen before as far as, Bruce becoming Batman. So I'll say 4 out of 5. Alright, next up we have Detective Comics number 23, The Dark Knight Dethroned by the Wrath. Okay, so this issue, it was honestly pretty good. Overall, it was pretty darn great. Of course, great artwork, great story, and we in the beginning of the book we actually find out about a guy that Bruce or Batman years ago he recognizes this guy in modern times. Like he's dealt with this guy before. He was just a petty street thug or whatever, but he recognizes him, and of course he puts him away in jail. And he's actually telling him, it's like, do something with your life. It's don't just let all that time in jail go to waste. But anyway, he recognizes him, and it's in the issue. He has a pretty great run-in by the Wrath, who I think his costume looks pretty freaking awesome. Like, let me get it situated, like right in there. Yeah, it's pretty great. With the electricity and everything, that's pretty awesome. But sorry, I'm just skimming through here. But it's pretty great, and he uh, he actually takes a trip to the to meet the guy. What's his name? Mr. Anderson, I think. Really not sure. No, oh, Mr. Caldwell. That's it. Mr. Caldwell. He goes to meet in with him, and pretty much to survey the building and to talk about selling the Wayne Tower or whatever it's called. And they like to negotiate. They have this kind of like fight or sparring match or whatever on a rooftop. Of all things, on a rooftop. It's really crazy. And it's I won't spoil it any more about it because if I do, that won't that just won't be great. But the backup story for it has to deal with Man-Bat and his relationship with his woman and everything with his wife, and it's decent. The backup story itself is decent. It's kind of cool. Artwork's great. Story's alright. But for this one, I think I'd also say maybe a 4. Yeah, maybe a 4 for this one. I mean, it was all right, but I think it's towards the end of it, it sets up something great. It's hard to explain. That sounds pretty silly when I think about it, but I think something great is going to come out of this issue, like maybe a decent story arc. Not really sure, but yeah. And for the next one, I guess I'll be talking about. Eh, here we go. Here we go. As part of Villains Month, I picked up the Joker #1. This is pretty good. It's well, honestly, it's more of a it deals with the origin story of Joker. We've seen it many times, but it's it deals with his aunt, whatever you want to say, abusing him as when he was a kid, and it's kind of silly, but the way the Joker is drawn in this is pretty cool. We see the Joker actually kind of growing up. Like the story for it takes place like 7 years ago. It says before everything with him meeting Batman and everything. I think, but he's actually with a couple of his chums at a zoo, and he takes in a monkey actually, and he actually raises this monkey. Like I'll show a little bit of artwork for it. Right, right up in there. He actually takes in the monkey, sees something in him, takes him in, and he's trying to raise it. He's trying to raise the monkey. Sounds kind of crazy, but it's kind of neat. And the monkey's name is Jackanapes. Jackanapes. Kind of weird, but it's kind of cool, I guess. He's trying to raise the monkey. He's teaching it, teaching it how to build things, how to fix things, technology, all that kind of stuff. And the monkey's crazy. He learns how to use guns and all of that crazy stuff. It's it's pretty cool though. I'll say for this Villains Month issue, it's pretty awesome. You don't see Batman in it at all, at all. Like with the cover down here. Well, sorry, down yeah, over in the corner, you can see Batman right over here. He's tied up. You'd think he'd have some interaction with Joker in it, but no, he doesn't. He doesn't. It's overall though, I think I'd give this one a 3.5 out of 5 to be kind of fair with it. It was decent, but it wasn't anything special. Um, what next? What next? Okay, Forever Evil #1. It's this one was pretty interesting. It's in the beginning where we have a scene with Lex talking to this guy that he's trying to make a deal with, and this guy isn't wanting to sell his his building, his house, whatever it is. He's not wanting to sell it, and Lex is threatening to kill his family. So do away with him, kill his family, all that stuff. Uh, Gosh, it was a good issue though. We have Nightwing is in it for a good long time, and great interaction between Nightwing and Barbara, or Batgirl, whatever you want to say. And I'm trying to spoil too much. Kind of hard not to with this one though. But pretty much in this issue, you see like almost all of the DC villains, all the major ones, all the cool ones and stuff. They're in here, and there's actually a fold-out section in here. I don't know if I'll be able to get it all on camera, but that is a ton of them. Ton of them right in there. And it's a pretty cool fold-out picture, I guess. But anyway, the anti-Superman, I'm not sure what his name is, he's trying to form a group called Forever Evil to try to create a new world order, kind of creepy. But to where all the villains take over the world. This anti-Superman tells them the Justice League is dead. You know, it's time for us to rise up. You're either with us or against us. You know, yeah, it's pretty good. I'll say. I think it's going to be a 7-part, 6-part, no 7-part miniseries by Jeff Johns, and I think it's going to be good. Overall, I think the arc as a whole is going to be pretty great. But for this one, I think I'd go with a 4.5 out of 5. Actually, because it's pretty nice. All right. What next? Okay, on to Batgirl number 23. This is part 1 out of the Wanted story arc, and this is actually my first issue of Batgirl that I've read, and I thought I'd be kind of lost with reading it, but I read some of the backup stuff, so I know kind of what's going on with Batgirl and her killing James Gordon Jr., all that stuff. I kind of know what it is. Kind of know what's going on. Still a little bit lost, but you know that's what Google's for, I guess. And I don't know. In this issue, Batgirl, like Barbara, she's very tense about what just happened. It's understandable, of course, but it's understandable. And she and her friend are in this mall, just trying to shop or whatever, clothes shopping or whatever they're doing. I'm really not sure, but they're shopping in the mall, and these punks are trying to mess with them, and she goes freaking crazy defending herself. She like takes this plate and smashes it and makes it into like this knife kind of deal. It's almost like a little batarang. It's really hard to see it, but right there, it's almost looks like a little batarang or something. It's pretty cool, and she threatens with it, and they're just like, "Oh no, we don't want anything to do with this. Stay away." That was pretty cool. It was a pretty tense scene, but it was pretty nice. And I'm trying not to spoil too much by going any further into it, but her friend Ricky is he's being threatened by these guys that have his brother held hostage, and it was a pretty good issue. I don't want to spoil any more, but Barbara, she doesn't want to go in her costume. She doesn't want to dress up in the Batgirl costume to rescue him, which is kind of understandable for what just happened. But the costume she wears is pretty freaking awesome. Like, boom, right in there. It's pretty cool. Almost like a ninja or something. It's pretty awesome though. But yeah, some crazy stuff happens at the very end of this, and you're just gonna have to read it yourself to find out. But it's pretty nice overall, I'd say. For this, of course, is the first Batgirl issue that I have read, and for my first impression from this series, I'd say it's pretty good. Pretty good. I think I would give this one a 4.5 out of 5. It was pretty nice. Okay, and last but not least, we have Quantum and Woody number 2. This issue, I'm not very familiar with the new Valiant stuff that's been coming out, but it's a pretty interesting story overall. You have these two brothers, and they're in this explosion at their dad. I believe it's their dad's like enterprise, his building. They get blown up, but they get these powers, and I don't know. It's meant as a comedy, and it's really funny, really great. And I don't know. It's just like, what's his name on YouTube? I'm trying to remember his name. I'm not sure. I'll put it in the description or something. But he talks about Batman, like Batman Little Gotham being his detox comic from all the serious stuff that's going on. I don't know. This Quantum and Woody, it's pretty funny. It's a good detox comic from all the serious stuff that happens throughout, all the DC that I read and all that stuff. It's pretty great, and they get caught with the they get in trouble with the law and all that stuff. They're on the run, and they're at an indecision on what exactly to do, but it's pretty great. I don't know what to say on this one. Sorry guys, this is my first comic update or whatever, and I'm new to it, so yeah, don't be too harsh. But it was pretty good, I'll say. 1 out of 5 for Quantum and Woody #2. I'll say it was pretty hilarious at some parts, so I'm gonna say for this one I'll give it a 4 out of 5. It was pretty great, pretty interesting artwork, and a pretty cool story. Actually, pretty good story. And for some reason with the dialogue, it kind of reminds me of Quentin Tarantino's work, like movies like Pulp Fiction had really, really realistic dialogue, and it kind of reminded me of that. I'm really not sure how to explain that, but it was it was pretty cool. I'll say so. Yeah, 4 out of 5 on that. So yeah, I had this also includes like the past 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks of the comics that I picked up. I can't go every week to pick up my comics from the comic shop because I live kind of far away from it. So I don't know how many of these updates you'll be seeing from me and how like when exactly, but I can guarantee you that definitely I'll be posting more up as I find the time to do it and as I can get out to the comic shop, of course. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later. If you enjoyed the video, like it, post a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. So yeah, guys, have a nice day.